Most car owners believe they're taking good care of their vehicles. Regular oil changes, tire rotations, maybe even a fluid flush once in a while. But here's the shocking truth. Your mechanic treats their own car completely differently from how they tell you to treat yours. Why? Because they know tricks, shortcuts, and maintenance secrets that they'll never put on an invoice or mention in passing. These insider habits are the real reason their cars outlive yours by 200,000 miles and suffer fewer breakdowns, even with more wear and tear. In this video, we'll expose 8 powerful things mechanics actually do behind closed garage doors. And number 6, it's something they'll never admit, but it could literally double your engine's life. Ready to unlock the secrets? Let's go. 1. They change oil sooner than the manual says. Mechanics don't gamble with their engines. While your owner's manual might say, change the oil every 7,500 or even 10,000 miles, mechanics will often change theirs between 3,000 to 5,000 miles, especially if the car is older or under heavy use. Why? Because they've seen the sludge, the burned gaskets, and the dead engines that come from overstaying oil changes. They also never trust the oil life monitor alone, especially on turbocharged engines or vehicles driven in stop-and-go traffic. Many even send oil samples to labs to track engine wear through spectroscopy. Yes, that's how serious it gets. They also choose higher-end synthetic oils like Mobil 1 or AmSoil and pair them with premium filters like Wix or K&N. No cheap jugs from the clearance shelf. That $20 upgrade could save you a $4,000 engine rebuild. 2. They warm up their engines without idling. Ever see someone start their car and let it idle for 5 minutes in the driveway to warm it up? Mechanics cringe at this. Idling isn't how they do it. Gentle driving is. A mechanic will start the car, wait 30 seconds to let the oil circulate, and then drive slowly for the first 5 to 10 minutes. Keeping RPMs low until the engine and transmission are at operating temperature. Idling wastes gas, causes carbon buildup, and doesn't properly warm the transmission or wheel bearings. By gently driving, all systems reach their optimal temperature under load, which is what cars are designed for. This daily ritual minimizes wear and extends engine life dramatically. 3. They never trust lifetime fluids. One of the biggest myths in modern vehicles is lifetime fluid. Lifetime transmission fluid, lifetime coolant, lifetime power steering fluid. Want to know what mechanics really think of that word? It's marketing BS. Mechanics know that every fluid breaks down under heat, pressure, and contamination. They change transmission fluid every 30,000 to 50,000 miles, even if the dealer says it's sealed. They'll flush brake fluid every 2 years, not just when the ABS light comes on. They'll change coolant well before 100,000 miles and even inspect transfer case fluid in AWD vehicles, something most drivers forget exists. The truth: lifetime just means until warranty expires. 4. They inspect belts and hoses before they fail. Mechanics know that waiting for a squeal or a breakdown is too late. Belts and hoses wear gradually, but failures are sudden and catastrophic. That $40 serpentine belt can destroy your engine if it breaks at highway speed. What mechanics do differently: they physically inspect belts for cracks, fraying, and glazing. They squeeze radiator hoses to feel for soft spots or bulges. They check for oil leaks dripping onto rubber components because that can cause premature degradation. This is especially important in high mileage or older cars, where a simple belt failure can lead to an overheated engine or dead alternator. 5. They use dielectric grease on every connection. Here's a secret weapon most drivers have never even heard of: dielectric grease. Mechanics use it on battery terminals, spark plug boots, ignition coils, and even bulb sockets. Why? Because this silicone-based compound prevents moisture, corrosion, and electrical arcing, especially in humid or salty environments. It's cheap, invisible, and adds years to your electrical system's health. You'll rarely see this on a shop invoice because it's not something most shops charge for, or even mention. But it's one of those small habits that separates a neglected car from a bulletproof one. 6. They grease suspension components regularly. You know that creaky noise your suspension makes on cold mornings. Mechanics know what that is, and they don't let it happen on their own cars. Many suspension components like ball joints, tie rods, and control arms have grease fittings. but most drivers never touch them because quick lube shops don't bother, and modern vehicles hide them under splash shields. Mechanics, however, will crawl under their car every few oil changes, use a grease gun, and top off every joint. This not only prevents squeaks, but also doubles or even triples the lifespan of those components. Neglecting to grease parts can lead to metal-on-metal friction, premature wear, and expensive repairs. Want your steering to feel tight and your car to stay aligned longer? Greasing is key, and most people don't even know it's an option. 7. They torque lug nuts, not just tighten them. Ever seen someone use an impact wrench and hammer down lug nuts like they're trying to weld the wheel to the hub? That's the fastest way to warp brake rotors and cause vibration at high speeds. Mechanics know better. They use a torquey wrench and they follow the exact specifications, usually between 80 to 110 foot-pounds depending on the car. Why? Because uneven torque leads to brake pad uneven wear. Over-tightening can snap wheel studs. Under-tightening risks your wheel falling off. They also retorque after tire rotations or new wheel installs, a habit that protects not only your wallet, but also your safety. 8. They clean their engines, inside and out. You may think mechanics' engines are filthy, but the ones that really care, their engines are shockingly clean, and not just to look good. They regularly use products like Seafoam, Liqui Moly, or BG44K to clean carbon from the intake valves and fuel system. For oil systems, they'll use engine flushes before an oil change to remove sludge buildup, especially in turbocharged engines. They also clean their engine bays, carefully, with degreasers and low-pressure water. Why? Because a clean engine bay makes oil leaks easier to spot early, reduces overheating by improving airflow, prevents buildup that can crack hoses and wires over time. This small maintenance habit catches problems before they become expensive disasters. Final thoughts. What it all means for you. So what does this all boil down to? Mechanics treat their cars like long-term investments, not disposable machines. They know where cars break down, when systems fail, and how small preventive habits can save thousands of dollars over the life of a vehicle. The real kicker? None of these habits are difficult or expensive. You don't need a professional garage to change oil early. Warm up your car the right way. Inspect hoses or apply dielectric grease. Torquey your lug nuts or flush fluids on time. You just need knowledge, discipline, and the willingness to think like a mechanic. The difference between a car that dies at 120,000 miles and one that thrives past 300,000 often comes down to daily habits. And here's where you come in. Drop a comment below and tell us, how many of these habits are you already doing? And which one surprised you the most? Also, if you want a full printable checklist of these 8 habits, plus a few bonus tricks from certified technicians, type mechanic tips in the comments and we'll send it your way. Don't just drive your car, outsmart the breakdowns before they happen.